but it's in the making. And unless the people really become aware of it, stand up and step out and speak out, then we're doomed.
All right,
let's to the people.
Let's go to calls. Randy in Texas, thanks for holding. Go ahead. Quick question.
What do you recommend ordinary citizens do with their assets, hard assets? More precisely, what type should we get into?
Well, I'm not allowed by law to provide financial advice. That's why I always make it clear this is what I would do. And what I've done, and I've said it over and over again, it's very simple for me. I buy gold, 80%. The rest of my money, I have hedged. I'm in dollars and I'm in Canadian dollars. One goes up, the other goes down. All I want is wealth preservation. Gold is my wild card. The other ones, all I want to do is stay even.
That's right. In this game, gold could be, and this is for me personally, speculatively it could go way up. But bottom line, it has real intrinsic value, and so it is an emergency backup. It's insurance. I'm not looking in this danger zone to have big increases, though gold is doing that. I'm looking at wealth preservation. Thank you, Randy. Shanky in Georgia, you're on the air with Gerald Celente. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. Thanks. Congratulations, both you and Gerald, for the great success y'all are having in getting the word out. Really appreciate what y'all are doing. My question resolves, y'all were talking about money, holding cash, taking the money out of the banks. A lot of the questions I get revolve around 401ks and IRAs, and with the reflation trade and the potential of a failed treasury auction and the monetization, they have discussed basically what they're discussing in Greece taking over the pension plans. Gerald, do you think they'll take the 401k, the IRA monies, and force it into treasuries to keep this country alive as long as possible?
If a war breaks out, that could be one of the things that they do. Again, what they'll use is they'll use a war or a terror attack to take any draconian measures that they can and hide behind them. We saw it with Bush, with the abrogation of so many of our rights under the Patriot Act, with the wiretapping, on and on and on. Yes, it becomes a probability. And unfortunately, I'm stuck in situations too. I have to put money in IRAs. I mean, I get taxed very heavily. So I have my money floating out in that as well. But again, my strategy is and I know the downsides, believe me, but I have to do something. I have my money in ETFs, as I mentioned, both dollars and Canadian and gold.
All right, we're going to break. We're going to break here. I would just add that Treasury auctions are already failing. Most of the new Treasury auctions they have are not being 100% bought by other institutions or governments. The Federal Reserve is coming in and monetizing part of that debt. Correct, Gerald Celente?
That's correct.
All right, so the Treasury auctions are already failing. That's been going on for, a year and a half. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
With the implementation of Codex Alimentarius, it is clear that we must act quickly to avoid losing our freedom of choice where personal health preferences are concerned. As of January 1st, 2010, Codex Alimentarius was implemented within the European Union, resulting in the restricted sale of many natural supplements, including colloidal silver. We must take immediate steps to assure a continuing supply of colloidal silver for ourselves and our families. Act now to acquire the means of producing this beneficial supplement in the privacy of your own home. Colloidal silver is a powerful antipathogenic used for more than 200 years as a natural alternative to costly drugs and their dangerous, unpredictable side effects. Go to www.silverlungs.com for more information on how to secure your freedom of choice by producing your own colloidal silver right from home. That's www.silverlungs.com. silverlungs.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right.
Big Brother. Mainstream media. Government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
These are going to have to be quick questions and answers from Gerald Celente of Trends Research. We appreciate him joining us. He says, Tarantino asks, what happens to the people that owe taxes and are under a payment plan? You know, California admits they raised all their taxes. Tax receipts went down. They want to destroy the economy. But what happens to all these people that are already barely hanging on, that have become bankrupt, that owe all these taxes? What happens to them in the Depression, Gerald?
Well, they won't stop trying to collect your taxes. They'll hound you to your grave. We're going to see revolution in this country. We've written about it before. It's called the Second American Revolution. It's the tax protests and the Tea Parties. And once again, you know, we're not Monday morning quarterbacks. We predicted this as a top trend in 2007, tax revolts. We called it the coalition of the cash strap. So, no, this country is going to be into a very difficult time.
And now it's the Tea Party.
Well, yeah, the Tea Party is the beginning. We've given it an official name, what we see happening next. We're calling it the progressive libertarian. Progressive in terms of things like clean foods and clean water and vitamins.
And local government, local control. Another quick question here. What are your predictions on the UK as a result of the hung parliament, both economically and globally? And what's your prediction for the next countries to go down after Greece, Portugal, and Spain?
The next countries to go down are going to be in Eastern Europe. Ukraine's already out, and so many of the other small ones. Now, the next big hit is going to be the UK. The election in the UK means nothing. It's like electing a Republican or a Democrat. It goes basically in the same direction. They don't have these genius minds that are going to be able to save the day. So it's going to decline terribly. More defaults, more banks going bust, and more calls to bail them out.
And as they get more desperate, the criminals will only steal that much faster to move to their offshore islands as they're now doing. Joe in Milwaukee, quick question for Gerald Celente.
Yes, Wednesday, the Handelsblatt, the German trade newspaper, said that the battle is going to begin against England and America. Because of retaliation, they sold all those shares, and I'll give you the think tank's name. It's called Leap/E 2020.
All right, let me get a comment on that. Merkel came out yesterday. In fact, guys, print me that article. I didn't see it in my stack. And called them evil, malevolent bankers are doing this. We've even got the politicians turning against the bankers now, Gerald.
Well, you know, what Merkel's doing is for public consumption because, you know, the Germans don't want to bail out the Greeks or anybody else. But again, it's the beginning of World War III. We're seeing it happen in front of our eyes. This is the way these things unfold. And then when it happens, they're going to say, well, it happened because they assassinated the Archduke Ferdinand. You know, so it's all leading up to that now. The sides are being, the people are getting on the different sides and the lines are being drawn. Again, the new party, Progressive Libertarian. We're going to see it happen. The country is going to enter into the second revolution.
So a new populist movement. Quickly, Jeff in New York, quick question for Gerald Celente.
Okay, two quick questions. Number one, I live with these people here in New York, and as you know, I've called you before. What should be the case is this. Number one, when are the stupid patriots going to do something about New York? Your problems are coming from one small island. Don't sit where you are. What are you going to do about these characters here? Second thing, why don't we simply have a movement to say the old thing, repudiate the debt? Well, these people don't need to be paid. They need a piano.
I hear you. We're out of time. Gerald Celente, Trends Research.
It's happening now. It's beginning, and people are standing up, and it's going to change. It's going to change to the better as it gets worse.
Well, we have our once-a-month visit with you. We appreciate you coming back just 2 weeks after your last visit. Hopefully we can have you back on in 2 weeks again. And again, the website's trendsresearch.com. Gerald Celente, thank you for spending time with us.
Hey, thank you, and my best to Bob Chapman. He's great.
You bet. God bless you. I'm Alex Jones. Our website's Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Bob Chapman on what happened in the markets yesterday, straight ahead. He'll be able to tell us. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full